unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Well, the year 2013 can be termed as one of the best in the history of Nigerian sports, following the achievements recorded, particularly in football and athletics. From a very poor performance at the 2012 London Olympics to the disappointment of the Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the 2012 Africa Nations Cup, the year witnessed a massive turnaround. Now, in this report, our sports correspondent Austin Okunapan highlights the defining moments of Nigerian sports in 2013.
2013 can be adjudged to be a breakthrough year for sports in Nigeria. The Super Eagles have been in search of a Cup of Nations trophy for 19 years, and finally they found it.
Nigeria have won the Orange Africa Cup of Nations. Hand it over, Mr. President. Joseph Yobo has the trophy. Nigeria are champions of Africa.
With previous victories in 1980 and 1994, the win in South Africa makes it the third time Nigeria will lift the trophy. Despite the win, has Nigerian football reached the level followers of the sport want it to be?
I would advise them to continue with the way they have started. That is the full determination that is in the team, full concentration, the family camaraderie that they have in that team that is helping them so far, and of course with the support of the Nigerian Football Federation, which I've been doing ever since. They should continue to do it.
Women's football in Nigeria cannot be ignored. The under-17 team, the Flamingos, have qualified for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Costa Rica. The Falconets are in the final qualifying round for this year's Women's Under-20 World Cup in Canada.
Blessing Okabare, the powerful Nigerian.
Meet the new blessing of Nigerian athletics.
She is capable of 7 meters, and that was big. That was big. She was
That leap of 6.99 meters by Blessing Okagbare gave Nigeria a silver medal in long jump at the 2013 World Championships in Moscow. She lost the gold to America's Brittany Reese by only 2 centimeters.
We don't invest in these athletes. We don't take our time to train them. We don't even expose them to certain things. And how do we think they'll be able to beat people like Usain Bolt and all the rest?
It is the double for Sherry and
Okagbare went on to win bronze on the 200 meters event at the same championship.
It's very fast at 22.19.
Table tennis is also another popular sport that is making a gradual comeback in Nigeria. This sport is giving the country some international reputation, and if the classics organized in Lagos State are sustained, table tennis can shine again.
Never had doubts about the talent of our players. The ranking, like I've always said, has been due to the fact that we haven't attended the major tournaments, we haven't attended the professional circuit, and what this tournament does is it gives these players a chance right here in Nigeria to accrue ranking points, which will take them up the table.
And Mexico have got themselves caught. There's no offside. Yahaya!
Football is arguably the most glorified sport in 2013, and the reasons are obvious. On the 8th of November in the United Arab Emirates, the Golden Eagles defeated Mexico to win the FIFA Under-17 trophy for a record 4 times. Just when the country was still celebrating the Golden Eagles' victory, the Super Eagles doubled the joy by beating Ethiopia in Calabar to qualify for the 2014 FIFA World Cup finals in Brazil.
Well, we didn't expect that, and he's only just come on.
It's a fact that Nigeria is a country that is blessed with talents that can win on the big stage, but the country has a lot of work to do, particularly with the maintenance of sporting infrastructure.
The year 2013 will always be mentioned when talking about the success history of sports in Nigeria. Records were broken and trophies were lifted. It's particularly brought some assurances that if we focus on developmental programs, sports in this country will keep shining. Austin Okunapan, Channels Television News.
Indeed, now for the rest of the sports news tonight, here's Charles Aruka. Hi, Charles.
Well, thanks to Joma, expecting more goodies from sports this year. And the federal government has given Nigerian athletes the assurance of adequate resources during their training for the Commonwealth Games, which kick off in April. President Jonathan gave the assurance while receiving the Queen's baton, which arrived at the presidential villa this afternoon. He urged all the sportsmen and women to intensify efforts preparing for the Games and called on all Nigerians to support the development of sports as a tool for character building. And in football, English winger Theo Walcott has joined Arsenal's mounting injury list as the London club received news that the winger will be ruled out for at least 6 weeks. Walcott sustained a ruptured anterior cruciate ligament of his left knee during the 2-0 FA Cup win over Tottenham on Saturday and will not be part of the England squad for the World Cup. The club said the 24-year-old will have surgery on the knee in the near future. And that's it on sports news. It's back to Joma with the rest of the news at
10. Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Well, we shift focus from sports news now to the foreign scene, where the presidents of Sudan and South Sudan today began discussions around the deployment of a joint force to protect oil fields that have come under threat by the rebels. Now, this came up after President Omar al-Bashir arrived the South Sudanese capital, Juba, to give a regional feel to the talks. However, neither of them referred to the proposal during their joint news conference later on. When it seceded from Sudan in 2011, South Sudan ended up with most of the oil fields, but it still has to export the oil using pipelines through ports in Sudan's territory. Khartoum now fears its oil revenue will be disrupted by fighting in the south. Here's Cynthia Are with more on the day's major stories.
This is clearly one of the worst conditions in 2 decades in the northern part of the United States. Schools in Chicago are among those closing as officials tell people to stay indoors throughout today for both their own safety and to keep roads clear for snow removal. Meanwhile, a plane from Toronto slid into snow as it turned onto a taxiway after landing at New York's JFK airport on Sunday. No one was hurt in the incident, but all flights at the airport were suspended for 2 hours because of icy runways. Plus, Iraqi Prime Minister Nouri Maliki has urged residents of the embattled city of Fallujah to force out insurgents linked to Al-Qaeda who've taken control there. Mr. Maliki says if the people expel what he calls terrorists, there will be spared military action. Iraqi forces are preparing to recapture the city, which has been out of government control for days. Finally, the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, has fractured a bone in her pelvis in a cross-country skiing accident in Switzerland. The spokesman says she will have to remain lying down as much as possible in the next 3 weeks and several visits will be cancelled. She also suffered severe bruising in the accident in the Alpine Engadine region of eastern Switzerland. And that's it from me. Those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And on entertainment news tonight, what happens when a comedian tells a sour joke? Well, comedian Basketmouth found out the answer the hard way as his rape joke earned him stinging comments across social media platforms. Here's Mayawa Ogundele with the details.
On entertainment news, alternative singer Bez and his sweetheart Bola Tito Ladoja officially put a seal on their long-term relationship as they both shared vows over the weekend. The lovebirds celebrated their union in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, in the presence of friends, families, and colleagues to register their names as the first celebrity wedding of 2014. Comedian Bright Okpocha, popularly known as Basketmouth, has come under fire as friends and followers on the social media attacked him over a rape joke he posted on his Facebook page last Sunday. The rape joke, which was liked by over 5,000 people, compared dating white girls to dating African women and appeared to recommend rape for members of the latter group who failed to give in to a man's lustful advances after 9 dates, rich in dinners and shopping sprees. He has since deleted the post and offered an unreserved apology.
Let me explain something to you, sir. It was a free ticket I was trying to buy for coffee.
Hip-hop music hopeful Adekunle Adeyemi, popularly known as YD, has released a music video for his debut single, Lobe, featuring dance music sensation Direla. The video was directed by acclaimed cinematographer Shasaf. Also, multiple award-winning singer D'banj has released a music video for the 2013 track Raise Your Glasses. The video, which was shot by fast-rising director Matt Matt, boasts of cameo appearances from Fino, Sean Tizzle, Shay Vector, among others. Walt Disney's animated fairy tale Frozen took hold of first place on movie charts in the United States and Canada for the first weekend of 2014, knocking 3-time champion The Hobbit, The Destination of Smaug, down to the number 3 spot.
A real howler in July, yeah?
Second place went to new horror movie Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, a spin-off from the hit low-budget Paranormal Activity franchise.
Stop it!
Finally, for tonight, the music world continues to mourn the passing of Phil Everly, whose high, close harmony singing with his older brother Don made the Everly Brothers one of the biggest rock and country acts of the 1950s and early 1960s.
I've got my pride and I know how to hide all my sorrow and pain. I'll do my crying in the rain.
That's all on entertainment news. The main news returns shortly. Thanks a lot, Myra. And the main news again. An explosion has rocked a high court in River State hours before the commencement of the hearing on the State Assembly crisis. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Inato. Do have a good night.